Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the North American Online Qualifier number 4 for the Halo World Championship. Benson joined by Elamite for today. It's semi-final time, and we're going to jump into the top semi-final, CLG versus Evil Geniuses. In fact, bottom semi-final, rather. CLG versus Evil Geniuses, kicking things off with a Strongholds Plaza matchup. Of course, semi-finals are best of 5, so we have at least 3 games to look forward to. The way CLG have been playing, though, this one could be pretty one-sided, maybe, but EG looking to bounce back after a poor performance last week. Definitely have a point to prove, so hopefully this one does go the distance. We have ourselves a fantastic best of 5 on our hands.
Oh, absolutely. You can't ask for anything better than to see two teams like this, CLG and EG, going head-to-head here in Halo 5. And out of the Strongholds Plaza, we've seen both of these teams have great performances. They know how to control the map. They know how to set up. They know how to get the control of power weapons. It's going to be really interesting to see. You know, obviously we're not going to see any kind of blowouts like we have in those Slayer games, but a triple cap coming out of EG right now.
Just as you say that, you're like, oh, we won't see another blowout. No, it's not going to happen. EG locked down a trip cap, and they also are able to reset bot mid. Did you just curse at Elamite? Is that what you just did? Are you secretly hoping for a blowout game 1? Are you trying to do the whole casting curse?
That's what I would definitely be down for that. You know, I'd like seeing some of these blowout games because, you know, what's going to happen between now and the next event or next qualifier and, you know, even at the World Championships themselves is the things that are working right now aren't going to work at the World Championships. Teams are going to look to see what other teams have done, what's been going well, and how to stop and you know, break those setups or capitalize on things like that or abuse current setups and things that teams have been doing. You know, this is just an online qualifier. Right now, everyone wants to just make sure they make it to the championships. But as far as what we're going to expect going forward, it's going to be completely different than it is right now. Just like with these team changes and things we've seen, you know, it's to be expected in Halo here, both as far as how the games are played and some of the team lineups as Halo kind of evolves, as Halo 5 evolves here further into the game.
Evil Geniuses had a pretty big lead there at 29 to just 7. Finally, though, CLG able to get a 2-1 stronghold advantage. Looking at now, trying to claw back some of that deficit. At least World 2 now on your screens. May decide to try and help out bot mid. Of course, they have nest control, but you need that nest bot mid. Definitely the preferred setup on this map. It's just something CLG have not really been able to lock down for long periods of time. Evil Geniuses immediately drop in and start to capture bottom middle. And Ogre 2 kind of left forced to go for yard. Didn't really want to there, but doesn't want to leave to another trip cap for EG. They already have such a dominating lead. Another trip cap for, you know, 10, 20 seconds could be pretty brutal to that scoreline.
Right, and that was a great play out of Ogre 2 as well. He could have just charged out, try to go stop EG from capturing this, but instead he runs to his teammates, helps capture yard, and then pushes out together after getting Lunchbox, no shields, and his teammates picking up a kill. And then all of a sudden, they completely swap map position in general, and they get bottom center and control of the snipe hill as well. So, you know, we could have seen him run out and die and then given EG a huge advantage, but he made the proper decision there, the right play. Go to your teammates, work together, and push out as a unit.
You see that? Score is starting to be reduced as Ogre 2 maybe thinking about pushing in towards yard. Doesn't want to kind of mess up the spawns too much. Spots Lunchbox running at him, and Lunchbox gets the perfect. Ogre 2 is going to be pretty upset about that because he had him one shot, completely one shot. Sadly, just couldn't finish that kill. Gets a good spawn though, and they still control that 2-1 setup. But mid just needs to be reset, and there it is. Ogre 2 jumps straight on it. Does stay alive as well. Beautiful assistance from Snakebite, and CLG coming straight back into this game.
Absolutely. Now we have Railgun in the hands of Royal 2. He just picks up a really clutch kill on Lunchbox, preventing them from trying to run across Poster's area and start getting control. Right now, they want to just make sure they don't take too much damage, start picking up the kills, and just like that, another Railgun kill on Snipe Down is going to stop EG from being able to push out and get any real kind of control. You have Lethal going for bottom hill, but that's going to be the wrong decision right now. When one of your teammates gets taken out right off the start, you're really kind of sacrificing any opportunity you have for grabbing all map control. Yeah, the rest of EG continue going forward and making plays like Snipe Down had not been just taken out by Railgun, and unfortunately for them, it ends up leading to several more of them being dead, preventing them from capturing the bottom mid-hill, and CLG now taking the lead here against Optic, or against CG, excuse me.
48 to 42. that lead and growing now. So we are seeing a little bit of a comeback from CLG. It started off very, very slow, but I remember you kind of made that point last week when it comes to this game type. It's never over. Doesn't matter what the score is, it is never over. It only takes one perfect setup for you know, a short period of time, and you can really reduce any deficit, and that's exactly what we've seen CLG do here. There's Ogre 2 with Camo sneaking up towards Nest, tried to go for the beatdown BR combo, instead just able to clean up that kill with the BR, but does actually fall, and they lose that preferred setup, so it goes back in favor now of Evil Geniuses. 2 strongholds to 1. Frosty now needs to go big on Nest. Lunchbox is going to be there. He didn't fully cap it. Will the nade kill him? It does, just in time. Clutch play from Frosty as he's able to just shut down Lunchbox in time. Frosty now heads over towards Roy, bottom middle. Helps with the assist on that one. Snipe down up top. Does a fantastic job of staying alive. Has him so weak, waiting for a teammate to challenge. And here we will see that pinch. Ogre 2 shuts down Snipe down.
Right, and now we have another triple cap here by CLG. I just want to point out Royal 2, he is currently at 16 kills and is on an absolute tear. I've seen several perfects out of him. I've seen some great railgun kills, awesome decision making, and he is definitely being the backbone here, preventing EG from really getting anything going. On the other end of that, you've got Lethal here, who's rocking out at 4 kills, so definitely a rougher start for him. And another huge railgun hill defense or stronghold defense by Royal 2, preventing EG from capping that. And just one cap like that is such a huge factor in this game. You know, you normally have to have a player sitting in nest, capturing it, and that gives your teammates the opportunity to go bottom center and start trying to capture bottom mid. But if you could, if you stop them from capping that, you can immediately leave the hill, go back, battle around for bottom center control, and help out your teammates there. So you all of a sudden have like a 4v4, which would have been a 3v4 should your teammates have to stay in the stronghold.
Looking at Lunchbox now as he tries to cap Nest. The assist comes in as Roy throws down that grenade. It's going to be a trip cap now for Evil Geniuses as they look at potentially tying up this game against CLG, 74-69. It's going to be close now. This is the question that really is faced for CLG. Do you cap yard just to stop that trip cap? I think the answer to that question is yes, when it's this late into the game, and then try and reevaluate the situation. That's exactly what they do. Evil Geniuses now with the lead. It's, of course, a very fragile one. I believe Nest is also being taken away from them. Everyone from EG just falling. They are all dead. Lunchbox now, as he heads over towards bottom middle, tries to put a stop to this. You can see just how close it is to being fully capped. There's 2 players over there. Lunchbox doing a fantastic job of just bleeding the clock, trying to waste as much time as he possibly can. The trades do finally come in. The question now, though, will his teammates clean up? I believe they will, but still no one there able to cap Nest.
And that was some great play out of Lunchbox as well. Staying alive long enough for his teammates to get into the hill, getting some great damage down on CLG team members there, and actually letting his team get that bottom mid reset here. So all of a sudden, we're basically at a tie game right now, and huge plays and props to Lunchbox there, who had a little bit of a poor performance after the last qualifier. He's definitely not following that up here this time.
Honestly, that could be the play which potentially wins his team the game. Bot mid still in EG control as Lethal tries to go for that win. Will not pick it up. Instead, only going to have the assist. 87-84. It's going down to the wire. Snipe down immediately recognizes the push that could potentially be made over towards Nest defensively from CLG, and he's able to just put a lot of pressure. He picks up the double kill headshot. Is he going to go for the triple? He's going to peek, sees Frosty. The Nest should be capped, and of course, if they get this, they will keep that 2-to-1 stronghold advantage. You saw CLG forced to go after Yard. 95-84. Snipe down has Camo as well. All they need to do at this point is defend bottom middle, and this game 1 is theirs.
Yeah, if they aren't able to jump in it right now, which they're not able to, this game is over. Great performances out of EG. You know, with what Royal 2 was doing that game, at one point he was top center, last guy alive with Camo Railgun, single-handedly shooting, killing EG members, although EG was still able to triple cap off of that. He has 26 kills this game.
26 kills for an L. That has to hurt. That has to hurt a lot. But props to Evil Geniuses. Again, that one play, bottom middle, arguably winning Evil Geniuses the game. They go 1-0 up in the series for now. Quick commercial break. When we return, jumping into map number 2.
War extracts a heavy toll from those it touches.
You are hereby conscripted into UNSC Special Project codenamed Orion 2.
Its cost cannot be measured in brass or gold.
You will do exactly what I say!
But for some, that price is higher than others.
Welcome back. Very brief commercial break as we continue on in the semi-finals of the 4th North American Online Qualifier. Evil Geniuses lead CLG 1-0. Now though, heading to a Slayer Regret. Gotta ask you, Alamite, will we see CLG pick up this map?
You know, that is a really, really tough call. I know EG is extremely good at this map. Their teamwork, just the way Regret plays out and EG's inherent teamwork that they have, it definitely plays to their benefit. But we're talking about CLG that they're going up against. The only other team in the league that you can argue is the equivalent of EG. Although EG has the better performances overall in the course of, you know, some of the placings that we've seen with Halo 2 Anniversary and things like that. But at the very same time, the skill level, what these players have been able to accomplish as well, especially with the new talent of Frosty. This game type, once again, go either way. We've got Frosty coming out, picking up a quick 3 kills, and that's something we've pretty much seen him do every game. It's amazing that he's able to come out and just, right off the start, first minute of the game, you know, pick up 3 kills already.
He does it almost every single time in Slayer. It's remarkable. Let's start watching him at the beginning of Slayer. You bring up a fantastic point. He's very, very consistent at picking up kills early on in the game. And from there, you tend to see Frosty really build a lot of momentum and kind of spiral out of control when it comes to a lot of Slayer games. But Evil Genius is definitely a team capable of keeping Frosty under control, as they have that 9-7 lead. Lunchbox on your screens, as he's actually sneakily behind someone here. He's going to know it's Ogre 2, and Ogre 2 actually able to pick up that kill. Luckily, Lethal in a position to trade, keeps that lead at 3 kills.
Right, absolutely. And then the other thing to point out is Frosty also does it the right way. He's not sitting back, baiting his teammates to get those kills. He is right out, he's running out with the best of them, running out there, jumping out with Snakebite, the Ogre 2, Royal 2, everything, and just putting on a great performance. Now, EG showing why EG is such a good team. Frosty with a quick 3-0 kill lead is now even at 4-4. So now we've got a lead building up by EG here.
It's amazing how quickly they're able to neutralize that and stop him really getting a lot of momentum. Is Roy currently playing for Fuel Rod? Should be able to get this one as well. Did he just see someone in the corner of his eye? He may have done. That's hence the fire. Either that or he's just anticipating it. May opt to reload. Only 2 shots left. In actual fact, just lands right next to someone. Where'd he go? Oh, he's up there. Still unable to find the kill. Roy not having the best of luck right now with Fuel Rod, but nevertheless, should be okay to potentially pick up this kill as he heads back up towards his original spawn point. It's going to be Frosty up there throwing out those grenades, but the lead Evil Geniuses have getting pretty big right now. Like 21-11. And if you're in CLG's position, how do you turn this game around?
Right now, they need to focus on getting 1 or 2 quick kills. We're still early enough in the game where it's not going to be a huge factor, and with a map like Regret, you can get a spawn trap going so well. There's going to be some more fuel rods spawning here. There's going to be some more OS plays that need to happen. But right now, EG is extremely happy with how they've started off this game, and they've got CLG playing on their heels.
EG definitely trying to prove a point this week. That's for sure. As Lethal picks up a killing spree. He is currently sitting at 8-5-4. Everyone from EG playing this one very well, as has Royal 2 being cleaned up by Lethal as well. Has that 3rd player pretty much pinned. It's going to be Ogre 2. Ogre 2 should be dead to rights any second now. Thought he had that kill just a second earlier, but did finally clean it up before being traded by Snakebite 28-16. Again, it seems like another relatively one-sided Slayer matchup on the day.
Right, and this is something that, I'm definitely going to be thinking about a lot more going forward and discussing with other players is, let's just say these 2 teams were to play each other on Regret Slayer 5 times in a row. I would not be surprised if the next game we saw CLG with a 29-19 kill lead.
Right.
So it's really amazing on how good these teams are and how they're able to come off and just put on such a strong performance to start the game. With Halo 5, the only other thing I can think of is it's got to be Halo 5. Something about this game here allows players and teams to do this, and a lot of it's the weapons, the OS, just the timing there. These maps, they are small maps. We're looking at Plaza, we're looking at Regret. You can't just sit back, wait, and necessarily stop them. slow it all down to a stop. You've got Fuel Rod shooting across map, throwing some splitter nades, and a team that's camping inside of a base has no potential to kind of push out and use that to their advantage there, which is why all of a sudden. And just as I say that, what is the score right now?
I was going to say, it's a humongous comeback from CLG on the cards right now. 27-31. They're down by 4 after being down by over 10. They're down by 3. Frosty played for OS and was able to pick it up, and he is just going on a tear right now. 12 kills, 7 deaths, 6 assists. Fuel Rod Cannon as well available if he wants to try and pick up some kills with that. But the deficit at 4, Evil Geniuses just kind of had to take a second to reevaluate what was going on, because CLG out of nowhere just started picking up so much momentum, and Frosty picks up a double. Killing Frenzy. Can he pick up Snipe down full? The triple. He's going to challenge with the pistol. Don't think he's going to be able to win that one. Decides smartly just to back off, but he's pinned in from Lunchbox with a DMR, and that extends the lead once again to 5.
And that kind of shows or highlights exactly what we were saying before. If CLG and EG played this game 5 times in a row, might see the exact opposite happen. And just so happens in this game, they're able to slow it down enough, start playing their own game, using their play styles that they want to throughout this game here, and just bring it right back and come right back into the game. And some great shots by Frosty on the snipe down right there. This is a 3-kill game.
And just as you say, that goes back to 4. Frosty picks up the kill on Lethal. Fuel Rod back up in 10 seconds. 6:06 left, 36-38. 2-kill game. Snipedown, is he going to full hit to try and make it a 1-kill game? Not going to happen. Snakebite says no. Ogre 2 there for the challenge, though. 1-kill game. CLG have clawed back into this. Now they just need to make sure they don't throw it away. They've done all this hard work. Better not be for nothing. Snakebite spots Lethal down below, but there's going to be 3 players there. Decides maybe not to go for this challenge, but Snipedown falls directly next to him and does connect with a couple of shots there. I thought he was missing. OS goes up and burnt. More importantly, Ogre 2 with a massive, massive kill there on Lethal. Keeps this game pretty close. If Lethal was able to utilize that OS, arguably EG could have run away with this game.
Absolutely here. Still 3-kill game. Teammates, the teamwork and team shot is insane here. Any player that gets caught by themselves is being taken out. And, I'm really interested to see whether or not both teams just stop everything and almost hiding in a corner, waiting for the next power weapon. We're actually at a tie
Oh my
game.
God. That was crazy. Snakebite so lucky there. There was a play directly behind him he didn't realize, but luckily managed to pick up the kill just before he died. So as you said, Elma, a tied game. Frosty and Ogre 2 both pick up 2. CLG mounting the comeback, now have the lead. More importantly, they have EG completely pinned. Roy should be dead to rights here. He does go down as well. Snakebite picking that one up. They know where they're spawning as well. The nades are coming out straight off spawn. Fuel Rod Cannon's going in. CLG could potentially just end this right here. 49-44, this for the final kill. CLG to make the comeback. It's Lethal who falls, and CLG, can you believe it? What a way of turning that game around.
That was incredible to watch here, and just highlighting on what Frosty was able to do that game. Ended the game 21-9, had a hot start to the game, kind of stopped, fell off a little bit for a moment there, and then stepped it up and went on that killing frenzy to close that gap, that huge lead EG had built up. Right now, what's going through EG's head is they're realizing that they just blew what was potentially a 2-0 lead here in this series, and they're definitely not going to have the momentum going into this next game.
That's for sure. CLG should be pretty happy with that comeback. It was 12 kills at one point, I believe. So props to CLG for clawing that one back. Level up this semifinal, 1 map apiece. For now, quick commercial break. When we return, though, jumping into game number 3.
Sir, do you have a visual confirmation on a mantis? I see nothing. I'm right here. There's nothing around. No mantis cover. Sir, he's right on top of you.
Xbox One exclusive.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-finals of the 4th North American Online Qualifier. As we jump straight into the action, it's a tied series with CLG and EG both with 1 map each. As we now head over to, of course, Breakout on Gambol. Pressure on both these two teams for the lead, and well, that was over very quickly. Round 1 defeat. EG come out. Lunchbox with 2 kills in that round, able to take round number 1.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that round here, but I actually almost completely lost what happened. It looked like both teams ran up. We're up top of the tower by Camo, and then all of a sudden, all of CLG instantly died. So, great, whatever EG did right there, whether or not it was nades or what they had planned, but it worked out perfectly for them round 1.
That's one thing EG are very, very good at when it comes to Breakout. The nade placement always seems to be on point, but if you can last past the nades, you have a very good chance of potentially trying to pick up some kills. The problem is, of course, it is EG. They have fantastic shots, so it's not really that easy as they go 2-0 up in this Breakout game. Snap down on your screens as they look at trying to potentially end this one very, very quickly. They have a lot of momentum coming into this game, which is very, very surprising considering what just happened in that Slayer game.
Yeah, and you'll definitely see CLG start trying to change up what they're doing as they just lost 2 Breakout rounds in the first, within like 30 seconds between the 2 of them. We were looking at 10 to 15 second rounds here. That's not something you see all the time, especially between 2 teams like CLG and EG.
I was going to say, make that 3 rounds lost very, very fast. You saw that last player stay alive a little longer, but it wasn't really anything to be proud of there. CLG being eaten alive right now by evil geniuses, really putting up a dominating display on Breakout. Going to stay with Lethal off the break. Spotted one, just going to call that out to his teammates. Expecting Lunchbox to throw over a couple of grenades. Lethal needs to dodge that one, nearly hit him in the face. Just managed to crouch over 2. Looks as if he could potentially fall. Look how aggressive Lethal is there. Maybe overcommitted a little bit too much to that challenge, and that's going to leave Snipedown in a 1 versus 3. More importantly, will give CLG that first round.
Right, and that's definitely a crucial time to win. You definitely want to pick up your at least your first round win before the enemy or opposing team has 4 Breakout wins. So luckily they were able to do that, and instead of being down 4-0, it's a 3-1. So they were definitely every bit still in this game.
Hey, after watching that CLG Slayer game, maybe they make a comeback in Breakout as well. Why not? Just call them the Comeback Kings. But for now, in this round, still wait for the first goal. There it comes. Snipe down on Frosty. Advantage over to Evil Geniuses. A snipe down actually shut it down too. Doesn't even matter. The round is over. Evil Geniuses match point. 4 rounds to 1.
Right, and this is amazing to watch. Like, these rounds are just so quick. I can't remember watching other rounds where a Breakout game has actually played out this quickly. So it looks like it's really just whoever throws better nades off the start.
that's essentially what it has come down to. Which nades are doing the most damage, and then who can quickly finish up. And we talk about nades. Snipe down, shuts down over 2. Snakebite challenges. He's able to pick up 1. Picks up 2 with a melee. Can he find the triple kill? It's right up next to him. Not gonna happen. Lethal picks up 2. We have a 1v1. Lethal right on Camo. Manages to eat that nade. He's not gone for Camo just yet. He may be forced to go for it. Picks it up. SMG comes out. Gets the melee. Didn't even need Camo. Gets it at the end. 5-1 Evil Geniuses. That was a very, very quick game.
Right, and I don't know if everyone realized what exactly just happened there in that game, but it looks like Lethal was top. He knew they knew that he was going to get the camo, and he actually ran sprint thrust, slid up, and reached and clambered onto the top camo spot. But then, unfortunately, was just outplayed and got hit with the melee there by Lethal. But that was a great heads-up play. A lot of people don't know about that jump, but that jump is going to be really, really beneficial here, and you're definitely going to see that more often going forward.
Definitely. Evil Geniuses now extend that lead in the semi-final 2 maps to 1. For now, quick commercial break. When we return, we'll be jumping into, hopefully not as fast, map number 4. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-finals here of the online qualifier number 4 North American Halo World Championship Series. EG currently lead the semi-finals 2 maps to 1 as we head over to a CTF game. Of course, that last game was over very, very quickly. You brought up a good point just briefly in that commercial break. Could have been a 3-0 Evil Geniuses. If they hadn't thrown away that Slayer game, this would have been over.
Right, and that wasn't just a throwaway. I mean, everyone who was watching that game realizes how much of a lead EG had. They completely threw that game. It was some great, not take anything away from CLG because they did everything they needed to do to bring that back to win. But this could have been a 3-0, and the conversations right now would be completely different. Like, oh, EG, new God Squad, back to domination here after their last poor performance at the last event. But that's just not how Halo 5 plays out. Like, these games can be so back and forth. One team gets destroyed on a game type, come back the next one, and like we were talking about, play the same game type 5 times in a row. You might take turns beating each other 50-25.
I feel like CLG are just on meltdown right now. Evil Geniuses are running through them. They already had that first flag. Second flag is out, but it should be returned. And CLG need to just take a second to just reevaluate the game plan right now, because whatever it is not working against EG. They are just running directly at them and picking up those kills. Finally, though, a little bit of a pause in that EG momentum. No one really able to pick up that many kills, but it's going to be Lethal being aggressive once again. He should be dead. He finally falls, and CLG now can try and make a play, or at least a push up towards EG's flag.
Right. CLG, they're definitely disappointed that they were kind of slacked off in the beginning of that start and gave EG such a great opportunity to run the first flag within the first 2 minutes. But as we've seen here, and what continues throughout, is that CLG is that team you can never count out. Doesn't matter what the score is, doesn't matter what the game type is. This team is just too good to be counted out or looked over.
Roy plays for Railgun. Is able to get that, stays alive as well, but for a minute could have fallen off the map there. And TJ should be pulling that flag away. Nice assist, or assistance I should say, from Roy. He's able to pick up 1 with the Railgun. Second player should be bottom mid, but Ogre 2 throws a Promethean grenade directly at his chest. Speaking of Ogre 2, let's go and have a look at him. Has camo, challenges it, snipe down should be dead, finally able to pick up the kill. Ogre 2 just doing a good job of staying alive.
Right, yeah, that camo is definitely extremely powerful here in this game type. Would have liked to see him try to go and grab that railgun that he killed off of Roy there, but actually plays a little bit too aggressive, isn't expecting EG all to be camping. But this shows exactly how good EG is. EG isn't going to just run out one at a time and die. They're sitting back, waiting for an opportunity, pick up a kill, and then they all pushed out together. So great heads up, or great plays by EG. Shows you exactly how organized and how everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, it's very, very efficient CTF play. They'll stay in their own base, they'll wait, they'll get a couple of kills, and they'll push out as a team, try and pick up another wave of kills. And if it doesn't work, they just go back to, sitting in the back of their base, waiting to get more kills. It really does work. A very, very good way that EG play, but unfortunately for them, Ogre 2 has escaped. He kind of missed that jump, has to wait for a shield to regen. Recognizing there could be a player just around there, the Promethean grenade's going to go in, the nade's flying through, and CLG need to slay out. The problem is the flag has been counterpulled as well. Ogre 2 just peeking spots. Roy should be able to maybe pick up an assist on that lunchbox as well in the CLG base. Pretty weak, but Ogre 2 still no shields, can't really challenge, and unfortunately for him, Roy is going to come flying at him. Will they get the return though? That's going to be the question. Roy jumps on the flag halfway through, not going to happen. The flag immediately picked up, and Ogre 2 off spawn may try and make a play here to try and get that flag returned.
And look at how many players you're seeing on the map right there. You had, that might have been all 8 players in the game right now, all front red in a battle between the flags. You get the porch versus the big door, garage door, and they're just going back and forth at it. It shows you exactly how skilled and talented these players are and how important teamwork is in these games. The teams that you've seen make it this far into the game are the teams that teamwork comes out and their teamwork is purposeful. You'll see a lot of teams here where they have accidental teamwork, and what happens, and what I mean by that is, it just randomly starts working out in your favor, and that's not something you're going to always have. That's when you have huge upsets and things like that, is when teams have like accidental teamwork, for lack of a better word, as opposed to teams like CLG and EG, consistently in the finals, consistently top performers, and this teamwork is planned. They're looking at each other, always following each other's icons and names, knowing where each other are going, and constantly following up with help.
Rory a little lucky there as Lethal gets his help. 2 kills go down, and it's Speaking of, Roy was able to win a huge 1v1 against Ogre 2 to prevent Ogre 2 the triple kill flag return, which could have arguably won them the game. But Roy decides, well, I've done a lot of work with that flag. Let me just drop it, pick it straight back up. Of course, they have that 1-0 lead. Time is ticking. As we head over to Frosty, he will fall. Royal 2, of course, has the flag for CLG, so good old-fashioned stalemate now.
Right, absolutely. And this is something that both of these teams like playing as well. They like playing that return game here, grabbing the other team's flag, just running it out, because they both are teams that rely on each other's teamwork, and the only way to actually get a flag return is through that superb teamwork. So it's something, kind of a play style that both of these teams are going to be very experienced on and actually like doing. Playing one of those, grab the flag, pull it and run, and then just focus on getting a return later on.
I love that play from Royal 2. He was the flag carrier there for CLG, dropped it, waited for a teammate to spawn up close enough so he could pick it up. He pushed out, was able to pick up one, and now trying to work on that flag return. Has Lethal in his sights, not able to pick up that kill. Has to throw out the meeting grenade instead. The flag is down and just waiting to be returned, but as you can see, everyone currently falling over to Frosty. No shields, can't really peek out. EG just kind of baiting that flag, desperately waiting for Frosty to jump out. Roy in the gunfight with him. Once again, Frosty very, very weak. CLG being forced to move that flag a little further out of the base than maybe they would have really wanted to, and that could cost them. Snakebite is actually being flanked by Lethal. Royal 2 is going to have to help him out here. Will he get the return? No, he won't. Just in time. Royal 2 able to clean that up, but EG now starting to really be aggressive. Royal 2 needs to hunt him down, misses a spawn charge, can't snipe down, pick up this kill, it'll be huge. Not going to happen. Royal 2 somehow manages to keep the CLG flag alive.
Right, although EG has not been able to return it here yet, they're definitely the aggressors right now, the ones with more opportunities to try to get that return and picking up more kills than CLG has been doing in this standoff.
But once again, you have Roy being aggressive, trying to get that flag return, but they're just not able to do it. And as you mentioned, EG definitely the more aggressive team in this standoff, but a couple of wave of kills for CLG will allow them to push up the map. Ogre 2 able to shut down Snipe down with a grenade, knows the second player is over there, but walks into Lethal's Promethean grenade, and that's going to end his life relatively quickly. Frosty now has the flag for CLG, expecting the EG aggression. He's just going to drop it and says, guys, one of you take flag. I'm peacing out. I'm being aggressive. Let me play for this return.
Right, and Royal 2 just taken out in Treehouse, giving EG another opportunity to push through, try to get a return here. You've got Roy board, no shields, pushing in front of the base, and EG now collapsing on the flag altogether. Yeah,
this is the play that they really need. Frosty has flag in hand, and more importantly, full shields and completely has his life. Really, EG just thwarted there. As Railgun comes up in 15 seconds. It's a very, very tense closing couple of moments here in this CTF. Of course, 4 minutes still to play. As it stands, CLG 1-0 down, and more importantly, 2-1 down in the semi-final. They need this to stay alive in this online qualifier number 4.
Right, and they know CLG does not want to give up a flag cap here. They know exactly how hard it is to cap the flags on this map, and especially against a team like EG. When it comes down to these standoffs, the biggest benefit is when you're playing on your heels there, you know the most important thing is to staying alive in your base. You have another opportunity. If you're trying to return the flag and you die in the opponent's base, you have another opportunity to spawn and help play defense there before the enemy team can kind of push across and try to get a return. So CLG definitely knows we got 3.5 minutes left in this game. We're going to lay it all on the line here on this flag cap, and hopefully we can get it tied up.
Roy picks up Railgun. Oh, Ogre 2 with Camo directly in front of him. Peekaboo, he's going to fall. Now can Ogre 2 try and make the play with Camo? We saw it in qualifier number 3. A huge Camo return, not going to happen though for Ogre 2. Royal 2 was able to put some pressure on that flag. It's so close to being returned. I think he may just jump on it. This could be the play. Shoots Roy from behind. Can't find Snipe Down. Look how close that flag is to being returned. Snipe Down's going to pick that one up and say, nope, not today. Immediately puts it back down though, as EG desperately trying to slay out the base. That could have been the play for CLG.
Right, and that was a huge opportunity. Ogre 2 had the camo there, wasn't able to capitalize on it, got taken out a little bit too quickly. Would like to see him play a little bit more conservative there with that camo and not be the first one to die. But unfortunately, he either got hit by a nade or initially shot out of that camo and then taken out before he was really able to do much with it.
Seeing CLG now getting a lot of kills in their favor. The momentum definitely shifting. Now they can try and collapse on the EG flag carrier. The nades go flying in. Royal 2 has to wait though. No shields. Ogre 2 being aggressive. Can one of his teammates trade the kill? It's going to be Ogre 2 pushing in. He has 2 in front of him. Picks up the first. Can he kill Roy? The huge one-on-one for Ogre 2. Not going to happen. Roy with a massive defensive 2 kills. No shields. So very weak. Keeps the flag alive as we go into the final 2 minutes of this game.
Great plays by Roy. He was not going to lose that fight. He knows that this series should have been a 3-0, but unfortunately, a couple misplays by EG allowed his CLG to stay in it. They know they got started off this game hot, got that first flag cap, and they're not trying to take this to a game 5.
Absolutely not. Roy, so weak. Now going to reevaluate the challenge on Snakebite. Able to get Snakebite weak again, but not able to pick up that kill. Snakebite still top mid, and well, he's going to challenge, and Snakebite kills Roy there. Roy not having the best of luck there, as now Lunchbox left momentarily, last man alive. The aggression is coming in from CLG. He's weak. Ogre 2 has put some great shots, and in goes Snakebite. Fantastic team shots. Will Snakebite get the return? The flag is so close to being read. There it finally goes in, and that should mean it's a tied game. Ogre 2 with some fantastic shots on the flag carrier, just allowing him to sneak in from behind.
Right, and now we've got Railgun in the hands of Royal 2, who has camo as well. They're definitely set up in a prime position to now get another flag cap and hopefully get it before they even hit overtime and end this game within the next 45 seconds.
That could be so big. Frosty picks up 2 for CLG. Lunchbox is able to pick up 1. Actually, Ogre 2, a little bit of a scrappy gunfight there by his standards. Will throw the nade. That should kill Lunchbox. Just making sure, throw the extra 1 just in case. And honestly, Ogre 2 could be pulling this flag flag over on the right side. You see him just playing a little passive here as he's waiting for that push to come in from Snipe Down, who is bottom middle. And as you said, Almighty, they could end this game right here.
Absolutely here. You know, this will go into overtime unless they're able to get a pull. EG has their own flag return, and 3 members now trying to collapse on CLG's flag.
So, as you mentioned, this one definitely now going to that overtime. Lethal still on your screens as he pushes through bottom middle, trying to get the flank on Royal 2. Royal 2 nearly turned around and managed to hit the melee, but Lethal manages to pick up that kill. And once again, you kind of have that moment in the game where both teams just trying to find that setup, try and pick up a couple of kills before pushing forward towards that enemy base.
Absolutely here. One thing that's going to be hugely crucial is going to be that next camo, as we're only looking at 1 camo left in the game here. So we're definitely going to want to focus on, both teams are going to want to focus on getting control of that. And it looks like CLG is the one that just ends up picking up the new one.
Yep, I believe that is going to be Royal 2 who has camo. Now, can he use camo aggressively to push forward towards that EG base and potentially cause a misplay from EG? Lethal trying to defend at the back. Ogre 2 picks that up with the splinter grenade. Now Royal 2 is going to push in with camo. He has been spotted by Evil Geniuses, though. This is a big win if he's able to get it. There's going to be 2 plays in front of him. The assist comes in again from Ogre 2, putting in so many good shots. And Royal 2 is still alive, turns around, not able to pick up the kill on Roy. That would have been so big. As you see, Roy so weak, just throws out that grenade, hits the Kobe on Ogre 2, and once again, EG can breathe a sigh of relief.
Right, and let's point out as well that that's been Roy both times with the clutch 1-on-1 or 2v2 kills that he's been able to get to stop those returns. He had first one on Royal 2, he had one on Ogre 2. Huge plays out of Roy preventing on the defensive end here, killing CLG in some of those unique fights.
Roy is playing absolutely phenomenally as Lunchbox now thinks about potentially trying to touch that flag, but may have to give that one up. Will fall. Frosty and Royal 2 not giving him any time to think. As we go into the final minute 10 seconds of this OT game, still tied at 1 flag apiece.
Right, and we have a great flank from Royal 2 going on right now. Was able to sneak up behind EG, throw a great splinter nade, pick up a kill. Now he's pushing up to grab top center control, and Roy didn't see him coming here. Lunchbox somehow grabbed that flag. I didn't even see him pull it, but huge throw from him. Get it into the base and pass it to TJ. What an assist there with that flag grab. That was incredible.
That was so sick to watch. TJ just sat in the window and was like, please just get me the flag and I'll cap it. And EG capped the flag in the final minute of an OT. Phenomenal stuff. but can they hold on to the lead? CLG do have a chance. Another flag is actually being run by EG. If they cap this, it's definitely all over. Roy didn't pick up the flag. CLG, can they go for a counter? There's still time to do it. They need to get the return though, and the flag. Everyone from EG falls. It's going to be down to TJ momentarily to pick up the kill. Picks up one on Ogre 2. The flag has been pulled. 11 seconds. It's so frosty. The man we've been following for the past couple of qualifiers. Can he do it? 5 seconds. Time is ticking. Can he get the flag to the winner? No. He falls. The flag is right in the base. It's not going to go in. I can't believe it. CLG so close to capping it, but Evil Geniuses deny right at the last second.
That was incredible. Each game here between EG and CLG, although we could have seen even a 3-0 against CLG, like these games have been extremely competitive. You could see exactly how good both of these teams are. And as soon as that first flag, when Lethal was taken out by Royal 2 with that split grenade, I thought that flag cap was over and done with. But all of a sudden, next thing I look, Lunchbox has already got it 30 extra feet forward, stays alive, hides behind a rock, throws it into Lethal, who's standing on the flag. I gotta go MVP for Lunchbox on that one.
That was a crazy flag cap. The fact that I don't know what was a better play, the first flag or denying the CLG stop right at the very end. That was unbelievable series. We said it had epic written all over it. I mean, the first game, a fantastic comeback, and then EG take it 100-84. Game 2, 50-45. We saw a comeback there for CLG. Evil Geniuses just absolutely decimated Breakout Gamble. That was the only game which wasn't close at all. Before that, CTF 2-1 in OT. Fantastic semi-final. Congratulations to Evil Geniuses making it to the grand final of today's qualifier. Commiserations to CLG. Top 4 placement though, still very good. We should take a look at today's bracket as well, though, to update you guys on what is going on. Of course, Evil Geniuses advanced to today's grand final. The other semi-final at the top, Allegiance versus Renegades. We saw Renegades 2-0 Team Liquid, and we saw Allegiance 2-0 Let's Get This Money in the quarterfinals. I believe that game has actually gone to a game number 5, and we may actually try and jump into that game as well, just to see how that semi-final closes out. But in terms of that last semi-final, Elmite, that was unbelievable stuff.
It absolutely was. That was more exciting than I was even hoping for between these top 2 teams, and they absolutely put on a performance here for everyone to see. It showed great teamwork. It shows you the opportunities you have, for quick flag grabs, some of the standoffs that you'll see, the comebacks that you'll see here from CLG after a 12-kill lead. As close as that series was, we also have to keep in mind that EG blew a 12-kill lead on that Regret Slayer game type. So just incredible series to watch, and just kind of shows you exactly what kind of momentum and advantages that you can get in Halo 5 to just take over huge leads or close huge gaps that you'll see in Halo 5 games.
Well, for now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll have the closing couple of games from the online qualifier number 4. Be right back.